You will now notice a new option showing up on the left-hand side called Knowledge. We can open it up in order to set up our knowledge settings. You can see that we have a few options right there, and right below it we also have the options to manage our data categories. So let's press Knowledge Settings to see what we have in there. Inside of Knowledge Settings, you will be able to set a few things up, the most important one being Enable Lightning Knowledge. If you want to use Salesforce Knowledge inside of a Lightning Salesforce organization, this should absolutely be activated. Else, knowledge will only be available inside of Salesforce Classic. Let's now open up data categories and let's set our second data category group up. Let's press Data Category Setup. You can see here that we have our category group, which we created earlier on, called Products. We can click on it and you will see that our two categories show up right below it. We can press the New button to add a new category group. We are going to name this one Regions. Now here we need to enter the regions that we want to put inside of that data category group. So let's put France and United States. The last thing we need to do is make this category group active. If you remember what we discussed in the lesson, you can only have up to 3 category groups active, which is why we need to activate it manually to make sure we want to use it. Let's hover over Regions and let's press the key button right over here to activate it and press Save. So now our Products and Regions category groups are created perfectly. The last thing we need to do is go ahead and configure our first knowledge articles inside of the system and see how we can leverage them to resolve a case. Let's go back to our Salesforce user interface. And let's refresh everything. Before we create a new article, what we want to do is make sure that our users can see articles on our cases. To do this, we can add a Lightning component using the Lightning App Builder to the record page. In order to access the record page of our case, we can use the cog icon and press on Edit Page. This will open up the Lightning App Builder. From there, we will be able to add a knowledge component right on the case record page. In order to find the knowledge component, we need to look into the left column and search for knowledge. Once you found it, you can drag and drop knowledge wherever you want it to appear on the page. I'm going to put it right over the details. Once this is done, we will save our record page. Let's go back to our case and see how that looks like. So you can see we now have the knowledge widget right over there. If we had suggested articles, they would show up right there. But here, the system could not find any recommended article for this case. We are going to create a new article in order to make sure we have an article to resolve that case with. There are 2 ways to create cases inside of Salesforce Knowledge. You can either press the arrow next to the knowledge widget and press the New Article button. You can also search for the knowledge object using the App Launcher. And from there, you would be able to create any articles you want right from the list view, like this. Let's press the New button to create a new article. You can see that this article was set up using an FAQ record type. This is because we only have one record type inside of the system, and it uses an FAQ layout. If you wanted to create other record types with other layouts, you could do so as well. Here, let's put a title to this FAQ. So we are going to put a title, robot is misbehaving. What can I do? We are going to copy and paste that inside of the question. Now, let's press the edit button. And you will see that you get a nice HTML editor right in front of you. You are able to format the field exactly how you want it to appear. You can change the font, you can make it bold, you can change the alignment of the text, you can even add images, tables, and links to it. This makes it very, very nice for your users to see in the right format what they need to see in order to resolve the case. So we are going to paste our question in there. Robot is misbehaving. What can I do? Let's write an answer to that question. Let's press the edit button again. And this time we will make it a checklist. To do this, we are going to write the steps that a customer would need to take in order to reset their robot if it is misbehaving. Let's press the 1-2 bullet icon. This will create bullets that are numbered. We'll be able to write the steps as we go along. So now we have our answer written, and our article will be saved inside of the system. So you can see we now have the article right there. We can add a category to it by using the categories related list over here. Let's press the arrow and press edit in order to change the categories that this article is assigned to. Under products, we are going to select the robot butler. And under regions, we are going to select United States and press save. Now our article is assigned to those categories. The last thing we need to do is publish this article to make sure that our users can leverage it. Let's press publish. We can publish the article right now, or we can schedule its publication for a later date. For example, if you have a product launch that's planned in the future. In our case, we are going to publish it now. We are going to go back to one of our cases and see if we can leverage this article from there. Let's go back to case 1027. As you can tell, it has got, right inside of the subject line, my robot is misbehaving. Let's refresh the page. And from there, from the knowledge widget, you can see that the article we just created is suggested. Salesforce looked at our subject line and matched it with our article title to see if maybe that would be useful to us. Your users can also search for knowledge articles by using the search box. Let's press on our article to open it. You can see that the article now opens under the case. Our user would now be able to look at the question and the answer and propose that resolution to the customer. That's how easy it is to set up Salesforce Knowledge inside of Salesforce Service Cloud and how your users can leverage it in order to get access to the right knowledge at the right time. You now know how to set up a basic Salesforce Knowledge instance. Well done!